Welcome. Been married for 50 years, so I'm used to wearing it.
And
That means, yeah, check it out.
Hey, how are you?
Go to the office, anything?
hey, Jared,
Yeah, I'm ready.
do you have the PowerPoint version of this? This is the PDF version.
Of her slide presentation? That's all she said.
When I worked at a recording studio, I had an opera guy.
All right.
Totally different. But it was fun.
We may need to use, see, I was expecting a PowerPoint version, and you have a PDF version. Do you have a PowerPoint version?
No.
Oh, yes, yes. Me? No, I'm originally from Texas.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think we did.
Did we not?
No.
I'm from okay.
Over.
We did talk about it actually. Okay. Yeah.
Chicago, and then I moved here when I was 11.
Forward, back, and leave the laser to the
Project there, 6 months.
Where I'm glad I did that.
Did you do the river, like the boat architecture?
Thank you, Tom.
The buildings are, the styles of the buildings.
You can't hear you. You have to go.
Movies that happen, processing.
Sure. Do you have time sometime next week? There's a friend of mine, his name's Peter. He came from New Jersey, owns like several commercial areas in New Jersey, but
I'm in Boston, so it's in Boston, but I really did have
Here next week?
So I did first 10 years, next 10 years.
Why I actually do that kind of stuff. Teenage years.
Yeah, which is the best place to be sure in my opinion. Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, exactly. I haven't heard it as being described as that, but totally that is the description perfectly.
Atlanta says it's fun to go there just for no reason.
Exactly. Like there's so many people. I love it because there's so many things to do. Like you're never bored there. There's always a concert or something going on. I think when I moved to South Carolina in college, I like really live.
So there's some possibilities.
Yes, I used to like really been involved. Oh my god, this is like all over the world. That's not quick. That's a good amount as long as I was
Right.
remember you were doing the first one. Yes, I love it. It's like the little table, restaurant,
Yeah.
Nashville, I think Nashville does have one of those because in the Nashville airport, they have like they're working on one at the Nashville airport. I was like, I thought this was only in Austin.
I think it was only in like Portland or something.
Oh, really? Oh, I took mine is when I came to Columbia, I realized y'all have one. I thought those were only in Texas too.
They just started coming.
It's not as good, and usually in cases that are in line, I went there, like, usually I was expecting like to wait like a 15-minute line, and like, no one was,
It's
just
not
like,
really
this is
catching
my
on
water.
here. That Whataburger, yeah. You gotta go.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, if you ever have time and it turns into a bunch of those certain neighbors,
Yeah.
it's a different, it's Whataburger, but it's not chicken. It's like a little computer.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, is that her? Yeah.
Have like lunch, lunch people go to random places.
Everyone seemed to come and do
There you are.
Out of uniform and everything.
I couldn't find my shirt this morning. Okay, from the set. Okay. Say it right here.
I don't think he's supposed to be.
Yeah, that
Pull up
Whataburger,
his hair.
I really like.
No, I don't say that.
Oh, I know you don't. You're trying to grow. I'm done growing.
Yeah.
If you sit it there, nobody's.
That's the real Whataburger.
Had the real Whataburger.
They have barbecue or like a spicy whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they have it to you. I don't drink coffee. I know I can tell.
About time. We need you.
Man, traffic was ridiculous.
So you're running the meeting.
I am?
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
That's why I said where.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a glass. Is that what you got the right password?
I've not seen that in a second.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that.
She said that your Gmail account for your
Sounds about right.
presentation was Bob. Bob?
Yeah.
Alton's on your computer, so he needs to get to the Gmail account for 1 million cups.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. You need the,
This is it?
I might already log into that one.
I didn't know that we
Yeah, it is.
She said the opening presentation is in the 1 million cup Gmail account in the docs,
CRM,
the document
seem
section.
to request for that.
I've never accessed that one.
Me neither.
So you're the one I talked to.
Kind of restoration.
I think it's probably hard to So you have some
1 month. After 18.
So you do stuff that's the thing. Interact. So you do both. Yeah, I never put that
All right, people. Hear ye. Let us get started today. Everybody sign in. Sign in to what you see there on the board to let people know that we are here. We are live and that 1 million cups more than here outside. Get it? Outside.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. The rhyme is good.
Y'all like my way down here. As the new president, I'll be working on my jokes and material out here, so be ready for that.
Let's hear one.
1 million cups, as always, is the mission to lower the barrier of education and resources and connection for all types of new, seasoned, and inspiring entrepreneurs throughout the U.S. Key pillars of presentation is not pitches, but authentic connections, networking, and radically intentional, inclusive, run for the community, by the community, for the community, we the people. The mix is also hosted by the amazing businesses that you see on the board here and the free coffee that we get from Waffle House. program has been running for 10 plus years, held weekly on Wednesday mornings, over 500 amazing entrepreneur presentations, educational topics from finance, future framework, networking, and local resources. One presenter with 5 to 6 minute presentations every Wednesday with a Q&A session. We are also calling for presenters for this month, next month, and the future months ahead of us. So if you want to present what you have in your business and want to show off what you want to do, let our amazing organizers know. Organizers, raise your hand. Let our people know. We got your back now. We got you. This is our Facebook community group if you wish to join that. And of course, we have July 1st. We will not be here because of, celebrating the July 4th holiday. July 8th, we have Kevin Schumacher who will come and do a presentation on AI in business. And the 15th and the 22nd is wide open if you would like to hop on that and present what you do in your business. Please silence your phones.
Yeah, I'm glad you have to.
It's like Lana that is sweet, sweet Lana.
Sweet Lana.
Today we have what she said is the co-founder of the CEO of Need No More.
Go on and try it, man. Sweet Lana.
A food access technology platform helping families and reliable up-to-date information and about food pantries, summer meal sites, and other community resources. After arriving in the U.S. as a refugee from Ukraine and experiencing firsthand how difficult it is to find and help, her and her husband Uri began building Needs No More to make community resources more available. Today I introduce you to
Svitlana and Koval.
How do we get back to your slide?
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
None, Bob.
I will present Need No More. First I will share about myself. I am from Ukraine. I was born and raised there. I traveled a lot. I was always coming back to my beloved country. I had a lot of abuse in my life, and that was something that shaped me professionally. When I graduated, I became a trainer in communication. I was teaching people about boundaries and healthy relationships. But then when I finished my own therapy about my abuse traumas, I realized this was something I wanted to help people and share my knowledge, my expertise, and I became a therapist helping working with people who had abuse traumas. And I was happy with what I was doing and how my life was. I got married with an IT guy who was very smart and handsome and supported me so well. We were happy, and then the war started. Okay, yeah, he still is, but I'm talking about my past life. So it feels like some old past life because then the war changed a lot of things. We anyway decided to stay in Ukraine to help our country survive. We didn't want to leave. We were volunteering a lot in different projects, helping civilians and the soldiers. And we were again kind of happy there, feeling, it's strange to say, but in the middle of the war, under all the missile strikes, I felt this is where I belong. I was fulfilled, I was passionate, I was praying about my every step, where I go, where it's safe. And then we got pregnant, and we realized we have to leave. And that was something that was probably even harder to go out from Ukraine, to decide to leave than to decide to stay here. When we came to the US, we were broke and we were 7 months pregnant. And we didn't have stable housing, so we were moving a lot. We moved through 4 states before we came to Colombia. It was 3 years ago that we came. time we were shocked that it was so hard to find which ones were open. 40% of the information was not updated. The papers we were receiving from social workers, the websites were often sending us to closed doors. One day, when we were out of food snaps benefits, and we were in need of food for that day, I visited 4 pantries. One was closed, the other one changed schedule, the third one didn't serve my zip code, the fourth one changed their system and was not accepting new clients, and I couldn't get food from any of them. I came back to the car, buckling my baby who was crying, and I was sitting there and crying too. I was feeling hopeless and desperate, like no one can help me and I'm not worthy of that food there. Later, when our situation improved, I decided I don't want anybody to go through what we were going in such a vulnerable situation already, to hear no or to not find resources when you need them the most. So we will need no more. And we thought if we just put all the pantries on one map and give it as a mobile solution, this is already a good plan. And it was something that came natural as a solution because in Ukraine we have everything digitalized and everything in mobile apps. So it was like, I saw it already in people's hands. But how to make it fresh, how to keep it updated, this was the main challenge. And this is what we decided. We will ask people who go to the food pantries to give us updates. So those who need the information the most will also provide it. If someone arrives to close doors, they make a report on our map, and all the other users immediately know that this food pantry closed early today, or ran out of food, or because of the weather or something else, they just are not open now, and all the other people will not waste time and gas and frustration to go to a closed door. So we built 4 products. We made this map for people that is self-updating and community pack. We also made a map for volunteers to find which pantries need help right now. We also made a pantry portal for managers to maintain their information. And we built a dashboard with the analytics to help the city see where the biggest gaps are. Today I'm here to hear your questions, to see something that maybe we don't see yet, because our dream is to make Columbia the hunger smart city, and I want to learn from you guys. So please ask me your questions.
Thank you, Svitlana. How do you make money from this thing?
That's a very good question. We give the map free for people always. The map for volunteers is also free. The pantry portal is free, and there is a paid subscription to those who want advanced features. The dashboard for city with the analytics is something that is the main monetization source. We are pre-revenue now, but we partner with the City of Columbia. They have a 6 months free pilot with us, and they are satisfied so far. We will see how it goes if it transformed to the paid subscription after that. But we already started talks to the churches, and this is actually, thank you for this question, this is something that I need the community knowledge to brainstorm maybe together. We started talks with a few local churches, showing them how our dashboard looks and how much of need is in their neighborhoods, so that they can get paid subscription for just their neighborhood and see the insights where the need is rising, so where they can channel their good work that they are already doing, but kind of blindly. You know what I mean?
Now, are you a for-profit or a non-profit?
We are a for-profit. We are a Delaware C Corp and a South Carolina foreign entity registered. Yeah, so we are a for-profit.
Are you familiar with something called the Small Business Development Center?
No.
It's free. They're funded by the University of South Carolina and other grants and whatnot. Robin Marin here is actually a key component to that. And if you get involved with them, they're actually very good here in Columbia, okay? So if you contact them, it's free, okay? I think they can give you a really good start or help you keep going, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we can connect after the meeting, talk about our services.
Thank you. Yeah, I will. We got into Koval Tech Incubator, and that was something that helped us grow a lot and learn more about business in the U.S. But we are still learning, and we need so much to learn so much more.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
In taking on this project, what was a surprising, taking on this business, what was a surprising fact that you learned about hunger?
I love that question. It is the very first version of the city dashboard that showed everybody's talking about food deserts. And I go to food policy committee meetings, to Life Healthy Richland coalition meetings and others, and everybody is talking and so concerned about food deserts. But here is what our dashboard showed. 29204, one of the food deserts. They have 3,700 people living below poverty and 4 pantries serving about 500 people a week. And then let's take the neighboring disease, 29205. Shandon, Rosewood, something that is considered a very good area. They have 4,400 people living below poverty, which is almost 1,000 more than the food desert. And they have only 2 food pantries serving about 150 people a week. And both pantries work on Wednesdays. And they don't talk to each other. They are not, each of them are not aware that they are the only 2 in the whole zip code, and how many people depend on them, and how many more people are there who would love to come on any other day of the week. This was surprising. This is something nobody talks about, and we want to make it visible, to make people know about hunger in the city. That is not only in the food deserts.
Have you guys considered putting access to dog and cat food on the same one? The reason I ask that is with Meals on Wheels, one of the things they run into is, especially with some of the elderly people, if they have a pet and you only have one access to food, they go hungry if they feed their pet. So I know that there's some that are out there. I didn't know if you thought about maybe integrating that at some point in the future for access to pet food.
Yeah, that's a wonderful question, because really not many people think about that, but those who are in need, they are both in need for themselves and for their pets. And we didn't think about that in the beginning too, because we never had such situation when we needed food for pets. But because many users were asking, we added a filter on our map. There is a filter where people can search for specific foods or clothes or diapers. And so we added pet food there so that they can search through. It's just a few pantries that have those, and they can find them in the city.
I apologize if you mentioned this and I just missed it. How do you collect the data, and how do you, so I'm looking at the site now, it says verified. How is it verified?
We have a few layers to do the verification. First, we have AI agents who gather all the information about pantries in the city. It took months to train those. They were hallucinating a lot. Something that is not a real pantry on the map, like main pantry of the city of Columbia on Main Street 123, and telephone number is 55555. And there was something on Banana Street, and I'm like, what, Banana Street? And now they are doing good work, but we have several agents doing that. One is a quick scanner who scans the internet for anything that looks like a pantry. Another one is the duplicator who knows what is a street, still in street, it's all the same pantries, and deletes the rest, the duplicates. The other one is the enricher who takes every pantry and searches for more information, all the Facebook posts, comments in Google Maps, on some forums, anything mentioning that pantry, so we gather more data about what kinds of food they are serving, what is their schedule, have they moved, are do they still exist? And then the other one is the verifier who checks if it's a true pantry. We were making a map for the city of Sumter, and I saw Goodwill there, and I started arguing with my agents like, this is not according to the rules. Like, you are doing a mistake again. And then I checked deeper. It turned out they have a special program where people receive vouchers, and using them they can get free furniture and clothes from that Goodwill. So it was a good job by the agent. I don't think that. So this is put on the map, and then people who go to the food pantries, they give us more updates, human updates, after every visit. So the more people use the platform, the more accurate the data becomes.
Can a pantry kind of like claim their?
Yes, and this is the third layer. So the pantries who on board with our platform, they give data from their side. It's especially meaningful because they go through eligibility quiz where they give us data what is eligibility criteria, so people who go to food pantries can check before they go if they are eligible to get help there.
Can the agents preemptively reach out to those places and say, hey, we've added you to this thing, please check and see if your information, or here's a survey that answer?
We are preparing something like that. Now we started implementing it on a volunteers map. So if volunteers want to volunteer at a pantry that is not registered with us yet, there is an email that goes to the pantry saying, somebody wants to volunteer at your pantry, come to Need No More to make a profile and you will get a volunteer. But it's a nice idea. We can use that through, like, from the first map too.
Gentleman in the back.
I changed my question. I heard it from someone else. How, and you were training your agents, what is the most challenging part of training your agents for your future work?
For now, there is still manual work involved, so I need to kind of give tasks to every next agent. But my goal is to make it automatic from the very first step. So now, if somebody opens our map in some other city that is not City of Columbia and not Sumter City, they will see you're the first user in this area. Would you want our agents to fill the map for you? And if they hit a send request button, we will get a request, and then we run our agents to put pantries on the map. But in the future, we want anyone from any point in the world to say, yes, I want pantries in my area, and that it happens, automatically, just in a couple minutes. Now it takes a few days, and this is the biggest challenge, to make it so that, it's just a few minutes. I have friends in Europe who fled war, and they all say, as soon as you have this for my place, I will use it because I also struggle to find food there.
You talk a lot about the pantries, but how are you getting people to use the app? There's a stigma on going to the pantry still, and there are a whole bunch of working folks who need pantries but don't go.
Yeah.
Your answer.
This is Uri.
My name is Uri. I'm her husband. I'm also wearing sort of green t-shirt. And we have 3 types of green colors, so that's something for you to keep attracted to red color here. I just realized, so your question made me realize that while standing in lines to get food in food pantries, I was able to find a job at the Bank of America, and now I'm doing Bank of America app. Actually, we're here, but good reminder to you, keep your password updated. It's a good idea for you to keep your password updated so we don't have problems that I'm solving right now. I just thought that it's a good idea to tell somebody if you go to food pantry, you can actually find a job while standing in the line to food pantry and sending emails with your resume to potential employer. just here to show.
And a serious answer is, sorry, it's a joke. So we have printed flyers, 52,000 flyers that we distribute to the local partners, schools, hospitals, libraries, what else, police. We recently had a few tabling events with police, and they got very excited about our project, so they are taking also some flyers when they see people living below poverty or those in need, they will distribute it to them. But like we need more. If you know any location, maybe you know someone owning the laundromat or some other place potentially where our target audience can be, please let me know. We have more flyers.
What's your source of revenue? How does Need No More pay for itself?
For now, we fundraised. We got a few thousand from family and friends. Then we got 10,000 small investment from our first investor. Now we are applying for grants and looking further for more investors. But the revenue from the project is the dashboard that we plan to monetize with giving access to, like inside I was sharing about 29204 and 29205. Now we're talking with organizations in 29205, showing them, look, there is hunger here and you do so much of work going across the city to help pantries somewhere further, while you have such a big need right in front of your nose. And there is a pantry where pantry manager brings frozen food to her home freezer because they don't have enough space in the pantry freezer. So she keeps it there and then brings back on the distribution day. The need is huge, and so we're talking with local organizations to give them access to this data. We hope it will work.
I think
I can add to this. The value that we provide is data. Say you work in state and you distribute money to Medicaid. You want to understand how to spend less to somebody's health. Yeah, in order to do this, you need to prevent somebody from getting sick. In order to do this, you need to understand what do they actually eat, so you can, for example, spend a few $1 million less for treating diabetes or treating chronic, just a bunch of chronic disease. It's a big challenge for organizations like, for example, Medicaid or for example, Prisma Health to get data of what people actually eat. It's illegal to, for example, find out what people buy when they get food stamps. You cannot get this data, so they just get money on a bank account, they spend it at a grocery store, and you do not know what they actually consume. What we provide is, current statistics is this amount of pounds of food was distributed, but nobody knows what exactly stands behind these pounds. Whether it's a canned food, whether it's 10,000 pounds of canned soda and chips, or it's milk or meat or bread, nobody knows actually. So what we are changing is we're putting actual nutrition behind these pounds. So we know what kind of food pantries providing when they serve, and we also know specifically what kind of food people search where and when. When they go to the map, they put a filter, and we know that people are looking for fresh produce here at this period here, for example. And that's something that such agencies are hunting for. So that's what we're going to provide them when the data set is growing.
How many of the pantries you got listed are churches or religious organizations. I'm going to separate them from religious organizations, but churches, synagogues, and temples.
Currently on the map we have 163 locations in general for the city of Columbia.
Okay.
And we actually almost tripled the amount that was available in regular directories. In the city of Columbia, that was usually 25 to 30 pantries. Our agents found 72. Then we added a couple more, and then now we added 88 summer meals. So that's how we got 163.
The reason I ask is, in certain parts of the city, the churches are running pantries,
Yes.
but they're not advertising that they run pantries.
Yes.
So even your AI agents won't find them.
Yeah, that's why
The community just knows there's a pantry, like the church on Raven Road. They put the sign up, that's all they do.
Yeah.
And anyone's welcome, but all they do is put that little sign up along Raven Road. So if you're not a member or driving down Raven Road, you won't see it. So I think there's an opportunity to boost the number by reaching out to the religious organizations. I thought the synagogue on Trenum, is that Trenum? Going towards, yeah, Trenum, also does a food pantry.
Yeah, I think we have a synagogue,
Okay.
we have a mosque, but we keep adding because
Yeah.
sometimes the community comes and says we know this or that pantry and it was not on our map.
Mhm.
Some are so under advertised that they are literally invisible on the map.
I know that in some of the conversations I've had, the pantries, I think most of them were from churches, at least in the demo that I participated in. I
Yes.
imagine it's a lot of churches in that 163.
Yeah, in Colombia, the majority, the 88 summer meals are mostly in schools and libraries and parks, but the 75 pantries, those are the majority are in churches, yes.
Since we're slowly getting to the moment when it's not us trying to get the churches to put them on the map, but also the churches are slowly getting to the point where they need us to be advertised. So there was My Action we presented, and it was the first time when city already used us as a report of what they did. So the action is about basically they get politicians and ask, okay, we need this as community. Are you doing this for us? Yes or no? So one of the sections was about food insecurity, and the report that city gave about what city did for the community is, look, there's need no more. City is doing this for you. You just need no more. The event was actually made by emigration,
Yeah. They have
interdenominational.
25 churches that name it's not the name I actually, it's the event name and Do More Justice, the organization name. Do More Justice consists of 25 different churches.
But also back to the question about challenges that we had. There could be a reason that specifically this church, they only put a sign, so people who pass by, they can know that there is a food pantry here. Many food pantries, they are afraid of publicity.
Yes, that's a huge challenge for us.
Because they are afraid that they will just get
Too many visitors.
traffic trying to visit their food pantry, and they will not be able to serve them. And that's why so when you ask the pantry manager what kind of help do you need, it's usually volunteers and money. Even not food, just give us money, we'll be able to get the food that we need for this money. They have ways to get it with a discounted price. So that's when we realized that the value that we could use for food pantries is getting them volunteers and money. So we're slowly moving to from just being a map to becoming a marketplace where the need can face those who can serve, for example. So every food pantry has a button now, help them volunteer. Anybody could leave their contacts to help with transportation, to help during their service hours. So that's how we want to break the barrier of this
Stigma
fear.
around we don't want to be
Yeah.
advertised.
If you have more ideas, we'll be happy to hear them.
Right here, please, right here.
My question is, is it possible for Food No More to maybe play the middleman between, I guess, possible food distributors, like, I don't know.
Like
Monarch, or
grocery
that-
chains?
Yes, and can you guys kind of be like, hey, you know, this company finds that they have 30 to 40% of tonnage, and they really want to pass it out to
Mhm.
these people. Could your model
Yeah.
do that, I guess?
Yes, absolutely. We already have functionality for surplus alerts. For now, it's mainly for the food pantries when they have, like for example, a big donation of a whole pallet of tomatoes that will soon expire. And they post like tomatoes until 2 p.m. today, and the notification goes to the users so they know where and when to come quickly to get while it's fresh. But we can use that functionality for the grocery chains, or like any farm or anybody who regularly have some leftovers, some surplus, something that they want to donate, so that they are registered not as a pantry but as a store or something, and then they use the same surplus alert for, hey, we have this, we need to have it gone by this day or time, and then the pantries receive this notification, and then they can say, I can pick up, or they actually often have problems with pick up, the pantries. Like there are donors who say we want to donate, but they need to come and pick up. And that's why on our volunteering map, we added this functionality for when a pantry posts a need, like we need a driver with a vehicle. Sometimes it's even a small car is okay, or a truck, so they post what they need, and anybody can sign up to volunteer. I used a Lyft driver recently, and I was sharing with him about this project, and he was so excited. He said, well, I can do that. Sometimes I'm in between the clients, and I could open the map and see who needs help right now and sign up and go there, pick up something for them. So help is easy when you know about the needs, and the needs are really big. Yes, please.
So did you, when it came to deciding if you were going to be a nonprofit or if you were going to be, you know, a business, how did you weigh, like, was it a consideration of which way you wanted to go? Or did you think about even having two different organizations where, you know, one is nonprofit, the other is the data that, you know, almost gets sold to the nonprofit and other organizations?
Yeah.
Or how did you consider, or was that not even something that you had to deal with or that you thought about?
When we were considering, we were the students of the tech incubator, where everybody was registering at Delaware C Corp. And as good students, we did the homework and did what everybody was doing. Seeing it as a good possibility for us to not be dependent on grants all the time, but find a way to monetize and find the stability for the project. Now, like half a year later, we see that we definitely will be adding a non-profit so that they can cooperate, because there is a huge layer of philanthropic donations, and we can't accept that as a C Corp. And there are so many organizations who are trying to give money to improve the food access. And then there are so many food pantries that need the money and they don't know how to find them. So we want to make grants for the food pantries and to fundraise for them, but also maybe pay for some of the need no more technology so that it can be expanding faster.
We got time for one more question? One more question?
Have you all considered corporate sponsorship? If so, let's say like Walmart or some of the corporations that are you find in every city, try and network with them because you know that it pretty much in each city. Have you tried that inroad to expand your business or?
Actually, we have not tried that yet, and somehow we thought that before we have a non-profit, they will not be interested. Do you think they will? Well, then,
I was gonna say my niece works for Walmart corporate, and she does stuff just like this. So after this, we can talk. Let you know.
thank you.
I was actually gonna throw out the group, if anybody knows anybody at Publix or Walmart or places that actually, maybe not on necessarily the direct philanthropic, but even just the food distribution of leftover food, and to get them the data as customers, not necessarily sponsors, but customers like the city, to make their giving more efficient and effective and be able to have data that say to all the people for their philanthropic arms, look at all the good impact we're having.
Probably helps them on taxes too.
This was also the initial idea in our very first speech. One of the plans was to provide data also to guys like Publix and similar people who also do donations, so they can justify specifically why they did this donation because they have data from us. And it's not, and it will also help them to understand what kind of donation to do. But we have lots of wishes to do a cooperation with large grocery chains. One of the ideas to, for example, help us to collect data, if they can help us with cards for their store, like for $10, for $20, and if we can do surveys, so those who go to food pantries or maybe food pantry manager, after they pass the survey, they get this $5 or $10 or $20 card to go to Publix or to go to other store. That would be very beneficial for us, for sure, if you have ideas. And or contacts that could match us, would appreciate it. And also about the non-profit thing, that's something that you can learn from our mistake. The best way for us would be to start non-profit, just like OpenAI did. They started with non-profit, and then they made OpenAI as entity that is getting money.
Yeah, because a non-profit can own for-profit, but not the.
So now we basically cannot accept somebody's donation because IRS would say that, okay, you're trying to not pay taxes. So that if you are thinking about similar business, that's something that you would consider about, starting a non-profit first and then do the for-profit part.
Guys, thank you so much.
Are you able to coordinate with like Food Lion, the types of places that are donating food? Are you able to coordinate with them to find out where they're giving food to so you can add those resources to your list?
Not yet, but this is something that naturally falls into next versions of our platform, so we can easily adapt that.
Do you know if they can give you that information?
We don't know yet. We didn't start those conversations yet.
Last thing I wanted to say is I wish you guys existed when my family came over here. Come from Africa, we were homeless for 11 years. So having to decide between shelter and food, or who ate that day and who didn't. Boy, I wish y'all existed then. But last question of the day is, what can 1 Million Cups do for you?
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, I came prepared with the flyers, so if you know a place where you can ask permission to put it so people can get access to it, and we also have posters to put more permanently on a wall or door, office, window. That will be very
There are 2 sites in the flyer, one for those who are looking for food, another one for those who want to volunteer, help. There are 2 different QR codes that will take you to different parts of the website. And also there was a question about stigma. We hope that the city will do a campaign in comment box for us, the poster that we did
They will
for.
start in a couple of days.
Oh, finally. So what we do in the poster in the comment box, we don't just put their slogan, if you need food, if you're in need, if you don't have money, come here and scan this QR code. So entire box is looking for you, we'll help you to scan the QR code. We also put the information about pretty much if you want to help as well, if you want to volunteer, come and scan this QR code. So that's something that I was thinking about if I ride a bus, if I take a bus, and if I want to scan a QR code, will I feel comfortable to come and scan this QR code?
So now it
That's
looks
how
like if you're
we hope we solve at least a small portion of this stigma problem.
Yeah, thank you for having us today. It is already helpful to talk, to hear your questions, to make this project more visible in the community. Columbia City and the community here has been amazing to us, and this was the place among all the places we have lived where the project was born because of all this tremendous support. So thank you. It really means a lot to us.
We have the room till the 11. There's an event afterward at 12 that we need to clean up and straighten up for, so.
Somebody's got to eat all those donuts.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got you covered, Tom. I got you covered.
You gonna take it with you?
Yeah, take some extra medication.
You gonna take it with you? I got kids.
My daughter. Who's here? Black jacket. She works over at the Boyd now. This is crazy.
I left some. I was like, when I sit down with Ron talks to myself. For a good setup, I would say she's on the presidential board. I mean, for a small for you can get it cheaper, but you're gonna replace it quick. I got to run a bit of contract. Oh, the slack. Right, you talking about this? You got slack?
Let's say all ACK.
And so 2 other.
So I so we do a lot of that. Make sure that our service Nobody does.
Kansas City don't let them get the ham burn in. I need you to go for the steak. No seafood. It's way too far from the coast. Seafood kills me.
So much. When you walk in the door, I got one. I'll be there. I just messaged. I got that part. The cars are too small. You ain't even 6 feet. Your feet can't even my legs are the version that just refine me. Yeah, you probably sitting so close that the airbag goes off. I can't have my legs stretching all the way like how you log in. Let me show you something. Stick your arm out. This way. Because in Yahoo, you're going to need to contact them to change your email. What I did, I said, and you're still up to the day. Come on back. So I wasn't here. So I had to contact them. And I've had the airbag slap me. Yeah, because sedans are too small for him. I understand that.
What's your nationality? I'm sorry, this is a scary thing.
Just do that on this one.
Scary, you don't want us to
No, but I'm like, let's go back and put this problem. I like it. You know what you like. You know what? That's because you've already been neutered and you know, big ball. No, Mama got them hanging in the house. That's all right. I know where they at. You can't touch them. That's all right. I know where they at. If I want to, I can go get them. You ain't even got visitation. I remember that. I look at them in the morning and I walk up. Gas prices are, I need a car. Probably like 22 miles. Yeah, so it's probably like 20, 22 miles to a gallon highway. See, the van has gotten you more.
So you were like,
my boss is 6. That little tiny itty bitty 2006. Yeah, you want to talk about you? Wait a minute. That V6, my V6 is 5. And it still gets 27, 28. That's just it's gonna be hours, but I was gonna lay on. Hey, there, Ron, he needs coaching. But I don't know if today is a good day because we got to wrap up really quick. We'll just have to go through it. He looks like he should get it. We'll just break him, smack him around real quick, smack him around real quick. All right. See if he wants to be coached. You just walked into it, then. Gird thyself for battle. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll probably be back. And if you had joined, like we told you, we could have been in on this. Some of us don't have jobs. Some of us are just all over entrepreneurs.
No, actually, I'm off today. Today's more so a try to relax and not have my body do this. I'm really happy. Or if there's like some subset of
Alright, man. Alright, good to see you.
Are we ready?
Wait, baby.
Alright, let's
Alright, here.
My office hours are.
Let me go. I'm on the job. I almost put my hand on his head. Mark, I'm sorry. I'm terrible. This is Thad. This is Ron. I'm the big boss. They work for me. These minions. Anyway, that's why you wear a helmet and cowboy boots. You never know when the rodeo gonna break out.
Inside white, he's walking around. Anyway, has already gone through the process of sending but we want to hear what the message is. Again, I sent you an email about 2 minutes. Somebody else is not going to hear that and he's going to move somewhere. Yes, well, and I just heard somebody else. We're going to be rolling there. Okay. We got to find out a place, but until then, you work your jobs, you know that. I guess.
I didn't realize that. I'd love to.
Raising with the school and all that stuff. Leaving forward from me, that's kind of fun. So with that being said, I had a conversation when I was trying to get this rich. If you have any you know, they said he's in Georgia. Yeah. I wasn't born in Georgia. I was born in Germany, where I was raised